Everybody, guess what? It's Friday afternoon. We're going to end your week, your day, with something special. We've got Rob Ickes here with us, with Rob Ickes and Trey Hensley. They're coming to the Franklin Theater on March 14th. They're out on the road. You're in Seattle right now, right?
Exactly, yeah. We've been out with Tommy Manuel for the past week or so. We got another week or two to go, and we're just having a great time out here.
So tell me, is it raining there today?
Oh, yeah, very typical Seattle weather, cold and rainy.
Well, just so you know, you're not missing anything at home because guess what? It's cold and rainy here too.
Okay, y'all are on the same page. Very
Yes, yes. Actually, I think I
good.
read somewhere Nashville gets as much rain as Seattle or more.
Wow, okay, yeah, but it's not this cold, that's for sure.
Well, probably not, but so you said you're having a little adventure out there in Seattle. You just bought a guitar. Is that
Yeah,
something you do when you travel? You look for new instruments?
we do, we do. When you play guitar, you're always looking for cool old guitars. New ones are good, but there's a great vintage store here called Emerald City Guitars, and we were out here a couple of years ago for almost 2 weeks playing with Taj Mahal, and somebody turned us on to this vintage guitar store, so we hung out there a couple times a couple years ago, and then went down there today, and they had a lot of good stuff. But yeah, so I play dobro, and so they had a really early metal body, more like a Hawaiian guitar. It's called a National Tricone, and they're very rare, and I've been looking for one for a while, and this one is kind of exactly what I've been looking for. So I'm pretty happy right now.
So you made the purchase. So does that mean we might be able to hear it when you come back?
Yeah, maybe I'll bring it down. Yeah, definitely. If the bus is back, I'm going to put it on the bus, and he's driving back in a couple weeks. So if it gets to Franklin in time, I'll bring it to the Franklin Theater.
Nice, nice. So tell me about your show. You and Trey have been together for how long now?
I think almost 10 years. He moved to town in 2013 or 2014, and that's when we started playing together. And we did our first record together around then, and then it was nominated for a Grammy, I think, in 2015. And just kind of been going strong ever since then.
Wow. And you mentioned you played the dobro. So are you friends with Jerry Douglas, who's also
Oh,
Franklin resident, then plays the dobro? I mean, how interesting is that?
yeah, I don't think he's a Franklin resident, but yeah, Jerry and I go way back. He was my hero when I was a kid. I think I met him when I was 17, and we've been friends ever since. So yeah.
How does one pick or decide to play the dobro? I mean, that's not exactly like a typical instrument. I feel like people decide to pick up and play.
It's not, but I put on a dobro camp every year in Nashville called Rezo Summit, and we talk about it there because everybody, we got people coming from all over the world to learn how to play or to get better, and everybody has a common story in that it's just something that you hear and you don't know what it is when you first hear it, but you need more of it, and you just sort of start doing your research, and when you see one, you don't forget it because it has that metal resonator, and
Right.
it's just really unique looking and beautiful. They were invented in the late 1920s, so this was before electric instruments, so they were trying to make guitars louder. That's why they put the metal parts in there, trying to make it louder. But there's a certain thing that happens when you blend the metal resonator with the wood body of the guitar that is just magic, and that's really what, just the sound, that tone is what grabs people, and once you get hooked, you're hooked.
Well, I know that I enjoy that sound because, like you said, it is very unique. And when you hear it, you're like, oh, yes, that is something different. And also, not just different, but just the tone and the way that it adds to the other instruments that it's playing with.
Well, it's funny, it comes from Hawaii, the style of playing it flat in your lap with a slide in your left hand. And it's a voice because you slide the bar on the strings and there's no frets. So it's like a human voice. and the really great players make it talk. They make it sing, and I think that's another reason why dobro players play, because it when you hear that voice, it really grabs onto you, and you want to try and recreate that as well as you can.
Yeah. Well, you said you guys are bringing your show to Franklin. Tell us a little bit about what people can expect. I know that you guys together as a duo have collaborated with a lot of different people. Will there be any special guests since it's kind of a hometown show?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that, but there may be. Yes, definitely. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, when I've known Trey since he was a kid, and when he moved to town, I just thought, man, this guy is amazing. Just great singer, great guitar player, and but one thing we have in common is that we both like a lot of different styles of music. So I think our show, there'll be some blues, some bluegrass, some country, some jazz, a lot of improvisation going on. And so it's kind of like the sky's the limit. And we're out here with Tommy Emmanuel right now. That's what I love about him also. It's all good, So I think when you're really into music, style isn't so as important as just the feeling that you put into it, So yeah, we hit a lot of different musical styles during our show, which I enjoy.
So you're not going to tell us if there's going to be any special guests?
How about surprise? It'll be.
I love it. Hey, I didn't realize that you lived in Franklin. Tell us about what it's going to be like playing at the Franklin Theater for you.
Well, I moved to Tennessee in '92, and some friends of mine had a house right off the square, and so I lived there for a little while till I kind of got settled. But I've always been in the Franklin area, and I just love it. And yeah, our kids are in college now, but they both had a great experience with the schools there in Franklin, and so I'm excited about playing in our hometown. We don't play. We play the Opry, and we play, in Nashville from time to time. But this is going to be great. We're thrilled to be playing Franklin Theater.
Yeah, I love the sound at the Franklin Theater. I keep trying to tell people we should call it the Ryman in the South or something like that.
Yes, I like it. Yeah, I know when I used to go to the old theater, before they fixed it up, and I was so excited to hear they were, putting a bunch of money into it, and they wanted it to be the best 300-seat venue in the country, and I think they've accomplished that, So, yeah, great sound system, just fun, It's just, and the downtown is so great. So, yeah, it's going to be a great night.
Well, I know that you guys are getting ready for a show tonight, and I appreciate you stopping by to tell us about your show. It's March 14th at the Franklin Theater. There's still a few tickets left. So after this, there may not be any tickets left, but we just wanted to let people know.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Donna. Looking forward to the show.
All right. We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.